The Clockmaker of Solmere. Stories to fall asleep. In the city of Solmere, where the sun never set and time stood in curious defiance of nature, lived an old clockmaker named Nil. He owned a narrow shop nestled between two leaning towers, its windows fogged with age and mystery. The clocks he crafted never ticked, yet always told the right time. No one questioned how, it was simply known that Nil's clocks worked. Visitors from distant realms sought his devices, not just for their precision, but for the strange sense of peace they brought. Rumor said the clocks did more than measure time, they remembered it, stored it, sometimes even whispered it back. One duskless evening, a girl with silver hair and a cracked compass stepped into Nil's shop. Her name was Kaylee, and she was not of this world. She claimed to be a chrome seeker, one who traveled across timelines in search of lost epochs. Time is bleeding, she said, her voice steady but distant. It spills into wrong moments. Places are remembering futures that never came. She placed the compass on the counter. Then Nil touched it and frowned. It trembled like a dying star. "This is a time knot," he muttered. "Where did you find it?" Kaylee's eyes flicked upward. "It found me." Then Nil led Kaylee to the back of his shop, beyond shelves lined with hourglasses filled with moonlight and pendulums that ticked only in dreams. He unlocked a hidden panel beneath the floorboards, revealing a staircase spiraling down into darkness lit by time lanterns, glass spheres holding memories instead of flame. "This is the underwork," he explained. "It's where time is wound." The walls pulsed with the quiet ticking of invisible gears. Kaylee descended slowly, feeling years slip off her skin like dust. "These knots," then Nil continued, "they appear when the balance between potential and memory is broken. Someone is twisting time." Kaylee nodded. "I think I know who." His name was Vaughn. Once a time-right like Kaylee, he had severed his tether to the natural stream and built a private loop, a pocket of eternally repeating years. In it, he ruled as both king and god, rewriting history for pleasure. "He's made a fortress in the year 3041, Kaylee said. "But it's not fixed. He's slipping. His loop leaks into other strands." Then Nil frowned. "If he's unspooling, then all timelines are at risk." He reached for an ancient key, shaped like a sundial with 12 moving arms. "We must rewind the moment he stole," he said, "but to do that, we need to enter the root year." Kaylee paled. "No one's touched the root year in centuries." The root year was the first tick of the first clock, the origin of causality, hidden beneath layers of time like bedrock beneath sediment. Legend said it was guarded by the eons, beings made of pure duration, who spoke only in inevitabilities. To reach it, then Nil and Kaylee had to pass through the shard stream, a torrent of fragmented moments. They rode a vessel made of reverse time glass, where each memory viewed moved them backward. Then Nil clutched the compass, now glowing faintly. "It will pull us to Vaughn's divergence," he said. As they traveled, Kaylee saw versions of herself, some joyful, some broken, rushing past like birds startled into flight. She did not flinch. She had no room for regrets. When they emerged from the shard stream, they stood in a plain of stillness, no wind, no sound, only the hush of infinite possibility. In the distance loomed a towering obelisk made of frozen minutes, each one humming faintly. This was the spire of first breath, where time had once drawn its first line. The eons appeared, tall silhouettes cloaked in eternity, their voices like ticking glacier. Why do you seek the origin? They asked. Then Nil bowed. Because a thief has poisoned the river. Kaylee stepped forward. We seek to prune the branch he's twisted. The Ian studied her, then parted silently. One may enter, they said. One may change. One must remain. Without hesitation, then Nil handed Kaylee the key. I've done my share of winding, he said, smiling. This loop ends with you. He stepped into the Ian circle, becoming still, his body flickering like a memory being filed away. Kaylee turned to the spire. As she climbed, the compass pulled harder, pointing to a single frozen second embedded in the structure, Varn's theft. She inserted the key, twisted it, and time cracked open. In the rift, she saw Varn's loop collapsing, entire lives being rewritten, lovers forgetting each other, wars UN fought, peace unmade. She stepped in. Inside the loop, Varn waited, seated on a throne made of collapsed calendars. I warned them this would happen, he sneered. Stagnation is order. Repetition is mercy. Kaylee raised the compass, which pulsed with raw chronology. You carved comfort from a living thing, she replied. Time isn't yours to keep still. Their battle wasn't one of blades or spells, it was a duel of anchors. Varn hurled loops, Kaylee cut them with choices. She remembered futures not yet born and cast them like knives. At last, she reached his center, a moment he had buried, his wife's death, the day he began the loop. This grief isn't a prison, she whispered. It's a passage. With trembling hands, Varn let go. The loop shattered. Time, freed, screamed forward like a freed bird. The clockwork storm around them dissolved, and Kaylee awoke on a mountaintop under a true sun, the first sunset Solmere had seen in centuries. Her compass was still now, pointing only inward. Then Nil was gone, but the clocks in his shop ticked joyfully. People began to age again, to grow, to dream. Solmere breathed. Somewhere, Varn wandered the years as a man humbled by his own shadow. And Kaylee? She became the new clockmaker, weaving memory and future together with delicate hands. Her shop always smelled of starlight,